Hello everybody, it's TannerFishies here, back again with a new Ninjago video here on the channel. In today's video we are going to be discussing a very peculiar trend in the animation industry and how it may spell doom for the Ninjago franchise if Ninjago ever decides to make another movie. In terms of the Ninjago movies that we have right now, I guess you could argue that we have two. We have the original Ninjago movie released in 2017. People really did not like this movie. It often received very mixed reviews from both critics and audiences alike, as I mentioned, and it was also a box office disappointment to add insult to injury. The movie did not really go over well with anybody, and it made hardly any money, making it just a bad experience for everybody involved. Of course, some Ninjago fans like myself absolutely loved the movie, but one of its biggest problems actually involves the cast. Just stepping away from the Ninjago circle for a second and just talking about animation in general, I myself am a very big fan of animation. I love all sorts of animated TV shows, movies, you name it, anything goes. I'm just a really big fan of animation. One thing that I find hilarious though, and often kind of sad, is the constant casting of celebrities as voices of popular characters. This has been going on forever, but recently it's just been extremely funny. You know, especially when talking about established franchises. The big thing on the internet right now, the big topic of discussion, is that people like Chris Pratt, for example, have been cast as Super Mario as well as Garfield, two characters from my childhood that honestly I cannot see Chris Pratt voicing. Nothing against the guy, I love Chris Pratt for who he is, I love him in live action movies as well, and I honestly don't think he's that bad of a guy. I also really enjoyed his performance as Emmett in the first Lego movie, but you can see a common trend here. Casting a big name celebrity as an already established animated character is not something new. But nowadays it just seems to be more and more ridiculous as time goes on. And this is nothing new for Ninjago fans as well. As you guys remember, Ninjago fans saw something similar happen way back when the Ninjago movie was coming out in 2017. Before the movie even released its first trailer, we got a look at what the cast would look like for the Ninjago movie, and surprise surprise, it was all big name celebrities, most notably known for their live action roles. The cast was extremely controversial at the time because the TV show voice actors were seemingly cut out entirely with little to no say in what went on during the movie's production. Various Ninjago voice actors also commented on the cast of the movie, some expressing disappointment but understanding, and others just straight up didn't really care. But for the most part, the Ninjago fanbase did. The Ninjago fanbase loved the voices of the already established ninja from the Ninjago TV show, and when the movie casted big name celebrities instead of those traditionally known Ninjago voice actors, it caused a lot of controversy. The purpose of this video is to just discuss this trend and question whether or not it's a positive thing. Is this something that's beneficial for the film industry, especially animated properties, or is this something that we should avoid altogether? In terms of casting big name celebrities as animated characters, movies have been doing that forever. This is not anything new, as I've said. But when the Ninjago movie came out, there was a lot of hate immediately. In general, the Ninjago movie voice cast was hit with a huge wave of hate and, frankly, just a lot of toxicity. People like Michael Pena were voicing Kai. Dave Franco was Lloyd. The entire Ninjago fandom was just up in flames at that point, not only because the cast of the movie was changed, the designs of the ninja changed as well, but that's a discussion for another day. The point is, it caused a lot of controversy, and I feel like for the most part it could have been avoided. A simple way to lessen the hate of the Ninjago movie was to simply hire the voice actors of the show and basically cross them over into the movie universe. At the time, Lego was trying really hard to build their own cinematic universe. We had already seen the release of the original Lego movie alongside the Lego Batman movie, both of which also starred big name celebrities as their key animated characters. But Ninjago was something different altogether. Ninjago already had established voices for these characters because the show had been running for several years at that point. How hard would it have been to simply transfer the voice actors from the show into the movie? Apparently really hard, because that's not the decision that was made. But what if it was decided that the TV show voice actors would indeed star in the movie? Would that have lessened the hate for the Ninjago movie? In a way, I think so. According to Ninjago fans, the Ninjago movie had several other problems aside from just the voice cast. But bringing in the Ninjago TV show cast may indeed have lessened the hate somewhat. But why is that? Why are we so attached to the cast of the Ninjago TV show? Well, to put it bluntly, in a way, the Ninjago TV cast is sort of like family to the Ninjago community. The TV show cast is important. They've been around for quite a few years now, and when the movie cast was announced, it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel like Ninjago. In a way, that's sort of expected because the movie was not ever supposed to tie into the TV TV show, and thinking about it from a Hollywood perspective, casting big-name celebrities as the ninja for the movie was sort of inevitable. But when you take a look at it from a ground level, from a Ninjago fan's perspective, in a way, we expected the ninja in the movie to feel very much like the ninja in the TV show. The movie Ninja didn't feel like they had heart or even had character. Honestly, they just kind of felt like computer-generated, corporate, just business model, cookie-cutter animated characters. And I don't think that's what Ninjago should be by default, especially not in the context of the TV show. As mentioned, the movie hardly had any of the heart that made the TV show special, that made the source material what it was, that made Ninjago, Ninjago. From a Hollywood perspective, like I said, I can totally understand why this decision was made. And at the end of the day, I really did not find the Ninjago movie to be that bad. It just had some glaring issues, and I feel like if those issues were to have been fixed, maybe the movie would have been better received by Ninjago fans. Critics probably still would have hated it, but maybe the fans would have loved it a little more. We'll never find out though, because I doubt Ninjago will ever make another movie. In terms of whether or not Ninjago fans ever have to worry about this happening again, I don't think we do. The Ninjago movie as it was a critical and commercial disaster, with hardly any benefits coming from it. The movie itself was still very solid though. I would recommend checking out the movie if you have not seen it yet, and even though the voice actors are not the same from the TV show, I felt like they had great chemistry and they did what they could. It's not their fault that this decision happened. And all in all, the Ninjago movie, at least in my opinion, was not all that bad, but it definitely lacked the heart and soul of what made Ninjago special, what made Ninjago Ninjago, like I mentioned earlier. We don't need to worry about Ninjago making another movie. It's not going to happen. I don't think there's going to be another theatrical Ninjago movie for a long while at least. Could it happen? Sure. Will it happen? Probably not. And the TV show is still running strong for Ninjago, with most of the characters retaining the same voice actors that they had received since the beginning. To answer the question whether or not I think casting big-name celebrities as already established animated characters is a good thing, honestly, it's hard to say. I get why it happens, I get why companies and movie studios do what they do, but at the end of the day, I honestly don't think it's worth it, especially if you have already established characters with already established voices. Again, nothing against any specific celebrities or movie studios or movies that I've mentioned in today's video. I just wanted to briefly talk about the animation industry, how it relates back to Ninjago, and some of the trends in Hollywood that make up these animated movies. With that being said, you guys, thank you so much for checking out today's video. Leave a comment down below talking about what you think about all of this. How do you feel about big name celebrities being cast as already established animated characters? And what did you think of the Ninjago movie voice cast when it was announced? Or do you prefer the already established Ninjago voice actors that we've been getting for years now in the Ninjago TV show? Leave all your thoughts down below, and hopefully you enjoyed today's video. That'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and check out the links down below in the description for my other forms of social media. As always, big shout out goes out to my Patreon supporters, including once again the marvelous Jan. Thank you guys so much for checking out today's video once again. My name is TannerFishies, and with that I bid you farewell.